Okay, you see I've already done the lines. On this we're going to do a wash, a black wash, and then probably a brown wash afterwards, and then we'll highlight the other surfaces and stuff with dry brushing. First, we're going to do a black wash on this, and we're going to do a dark brown wash on here and a gray wash on the top here, but that's it on here. This one we're going to pull the, oops, sorry, going to do a dark brown wash here and a gray wash here, but we're going to pull the we're going to bring it out by dry brushing just this part of the whole thing. So let's get to the wash first. Just some black paint and you wipe it on. Get everywhere. Thing with the wash is that it will, when it dries out, it'll lighten up. Let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna first get everything nice and wet. Now on this pad, I'm going to go with a darker, with more black. And it doesn't hurt to throw it under a hairdryer or something to speed up the process. And here's where we are tonight. Here's where I'm going to end tonight. Just too tired. See, I did the roof caps. And the parking area is going to get dry brushed tomorrow. I'm going to touch up on the yellow and the blue. We're going to dry brush the roof caps and dry brush the front. And it should give, that in itself should give some depth. Usually you black wash, then you dry brush. But I really want the concrete lines because new brick and new mortar look about the same, so they're hard to tell. So that's why I'm only going to the shade lighter than this and dry brushing. This is old mortar, old brick. So the old brick would be darker than what it is. And this is pretty much kind of between this one and that one. So I'm just going to gradually go lighter and lighter, or maybe even darker and darker. Depends if I start with here or if I start with there. That's it for tonight. Dry brushing. We're going to start with dry brushing that first. The cap for the edging. All you do, take a brush, put very little on that brush, and you do this till there, see how it's barely there anymore? That's what you want. Then you just go across the surface and you see it lighten up. Oh shit, you don't see anything. But you see it lightening up over here. you do. All dry brushing does is pick out the highlights. We're going to do this part next. It's going to be kind of really light gray. Okay, I made my gray a very light gray. Again, you run the brush over something till it becomes like that, where it's barely there. There we go. Get around here. So you can see it already picking out the It may take several passes, different directions to get. Just go all different ways with it. Don't just do it one way. Next spray for that. Oh, this was supposed to be a picture. Why is it so far off? This is where I'm at. You can see the shading. I just dry brushed these in 3 different grays. You can see the defining lines between the bricks and stuff. I did a little chinking for the deep gouges and stuff. And as you see on the base, I touched up the parking lot lines. Also used put some white in the cracks for you know, that caulk that you use in the cracks. There's nothing defining on when you have to stop with details and stuff. It's up to you on how far you go with details. I do plan on adding a handicap painting right there. Next comes the doors and the window, and I'm going to use modern window and modern doors because of this place has, in my story for this place, it has been recently done. This part here is not that old, and this part's all new, but this is an old garage. It's all been recently reworked. Also, from here on out, I'm going to do a picture of where I left off and a picture of when I get done at the end. So it shows you, it'll show you progressions in the pictures.